Imagine you're holding an old-fashioned radio, the kind that needs to be manually adjusted to find the right station. You turn the dial, and all you hear is static, disconnected noises, until, suddenly, the sound becomes clear. The music you've been waiting for is there, crisp and perfect. Money works exactly the same way in your life. If you're not on the right frequency, all you get are confusing signals, missed opportunities, and a repetitive cycle of frustration. But when you align yourself, the financial flow becomes natural, as if life is playing your favorite song without interruption. Holding an old radio that requires manual adjustment is a perfect example of how money works in your life. You turn the dial, and all you hear is static, disconnected sounds, until suddenly the sound changes. The static disappears, and the music you've been hoping to hear starts to play. The melody is clear, crisp, and perfect, as if everything has aligned magically. You no longer have to struggle to hear it because the station is now tuned in properly. Now, think of this as a perfect parallel to how money functions in your life. Just like the radio station, financial flow has a specific frequency, and if you're not on the right frequency, the signals you receive can be jumbled and hard to interpret. It's like you're turning the wheel of prosperity, but are stuck in the static of fear, doubt, or lack of confidence. In these moments, you may feel like you're putting in effort, but not seeing concrete results. Opportunities seem to slip through your fingers, and money simply doesn't flow the way you expected. The good news, however, is that just as you can adjust the dial on a radio to find the perfect station, you can also adjust your mindset and actions to align your frequency with financial prosperity. The first step in doing this is to understand that, just like the radio, your financial life is a matter of tuning in. You might be putting in the effort to improve your finances, but if you're not tuned into the frequency of abundance and confidence, all you'll get are a mix of confusion and financial struggles. This can happen for many reasons. Perhaps you have limiting beliefs about money, like thinking it's scarce or hard to attain. Maybe you're afraid of failure or financial insecurity. These thoughts and feelings, while natural, are like static on the radio. They interfere with the clarity of your financial situation. But just like with the radio, when you learn to adjust those beliefs and shift your mindset, financial flow begins to align naturally. Once you start aligning with the right frequency, you begin to notice opportunities that were always around you, but you couldn't see before. Money starts to flow more naturally and consistently, as if life is playing your favorite song. You feel more confident and motivated to take actions that are aligned with your purpose and financial intentions. This process of adjustment is continuous. It's important to remember that tuning the radio isn't something you do once and forget about. Just as you need to periodically turn the dial to make sure the sound stays clear, you also need to be conscious and intentional about your financial mindset over time. This might mean reevaluating your beliefs, changing spending habits, or simply focusing more on gratitude for the money you already have, instead of focusing on what you lack. Another crucial point is understanding that financial flow isn't something that comes from outside of you, but rather something that flows from your own vibration and mindset. When you align with the frequency of abundance, you start to realize that financial life isn't a constant struggle, but a steady flow of energy that aligns with your perception and actions. Money, like the music on the radio, is always there. It just needs to be tuned correctly so you can hear it and fully enjoy it. So instead of fighting against the frustration of feeling like money is out of reach or stuck in a repetitive cycle of difficulties, begin focusing on adjusting your mindset and actions to be on the same frequency as prosperity. Financial life, like the music you want to hear, can be clear, uninterrupted, and full of harmony when you're tuned in properly. And today, I want to help you adjust that tuning. Together, we can explore the steps and practices that can help you shift your mindset and create a natural, steady financial flow. Once you adjust your frequency to prosperity, money will start flowing easily and abundantly into your life. Just like that song you've been wanting to hear, finally playing clearly and perfectly on the radio. The first essential point to transforming your relationship with money is understanding that it is not just paper or numbers in a bank account. Money is energy, a form of exchange that is constantly moving in the universe. With every transaction, every action you take regarding money, you are in contact with this energy. What many people don't realize is that money responds directly to the way you think and feel about it. It is not a thing separate from you. On the contrary, it is intimately connected to your vibration, your beliefs, your feelings, and your view of what it represents. Imagine you have a negative or limited view of money. Maybe you were taught that it's hard to get, that it's always scarce, or perhaps you fear losing it. When you think this way, you are emitting an energy of scarcity, fear, and doubt. These thoughts and feelings create blockages in the flow of money in your life, as if you're building an invisible barrier between you and abundance. It's like holding an umbrella under a waterfall and wondering why you're not getting wet. Abundance is already available around you, but you're preventing it from entering your life due to the limiting beliefs you hold. The key to changing this reality is understanding that money, just like any other form of energy, needs space to flow. The flow of money is natural and constant, but you need to create room for it to enter. Abundance doesn't need to be created. It already exists in the universe. What you need to do is change your relationship with it and create an opening for it to manifest in your life. This means replacing limiting beliefs with thoughts that reflect prosperity, confidence, and abundance. When you start changing the way you think about money, you create a space for this positive energy to begin flowing toward you. Start by asking yourself, what stories about money have I been telling myself? Perhaps you learned over time that money is something that only comes with a lot of effort, or that it's a source of worry and stress. These stories, which may have been formed based on past experiences or external influences, shape your financial reality. They could be creating blockages in your subconscious, preventing the flow of money from being natural and easy. Ask yourself whether these stories come from a place of trust or fear. If they come from fear, it's time to rewrite the narrative and start telling a new story. What would happen if, starting today, you chose to believe that money comes to you with ease and joy? This is a powerful question because your answer to it can radically change the way you see the world, and consequently how money flows into your life. Believing that money arrives with ease and joy doesn't mean you'll just sit back and wait for it to fall from the sky. On the contrary, it means you'll create space for new opportunities and creative ideas to arise. You'll feel more comfortable receiving what the universe has to offer, and you'll be more willing to take action toward prosperity. This shift in perspective may seem simple, but it has a profound impact. When you begin to replace limiting beliefs with an abundance mindset, you start aligning your energy with the energy of money. You feel more relaxed, more confident, and more optimistic about your financial future. You begin to notice more opportunities and feel more inspired to take action. This shift in thought creates a positive spiral where you start to notice more and more signs of abundance, and money begins to flow more easily. It's important to understand that the change doesn't happen overnight. Reprogramming your mind and altering beliefs you've carried for years may take time, but the simple act of starting to question your limiting beliefs is already a big step in the right direction. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes. You can begin with small daily affirmations or simply ask yourself throughout the day, am I thinking about money in an abundant or scarce way? By doing this, you begin to adjust your mindset, and over time, your financial world will begin to shift as well. Abundance is not something you need to fight for. It's right within your reach, waiting to be recognized. When you open your mind and heart to the possibility that money can flow to you with ease and joy, you create an opening for that energy of prosperity to enter your life. The process is simple, but it requires that you be willing to let go of old stories and adopt a new perspective on money, one that is based on trust and abundance. When you do this, money begins to come, not as a burden or struggle, but as a natural energy that flows harmoniously into your life. Now let's talk about inspired action. Many people think that it's enough to repeat positive affirmations and wait for money to fall from the sky. But the truth is that the law of attraction works when you combine aligned thought with aligned action. This means following the impulses that arise when you're in a state of abundance. Sometimes, this might mean starting a project, making a phone call, accepting an unexpected invitation, or simply changing the way you present yourself to the world. When you feel that something is right, pay attention. Your alignment with money happens when you act like someone who already has prosperity, not like someone waiting for something external to change before they feel wealthy. Change starts from within. Now that you understand the power of alignment, the final question is, are you ready to change your frequency? The money you desire already exists. It's already circulating, already being exchanged, already in someone's life. All you need to do is become the kind of person who allows that energy to flow freely to you. So start today. Observe your thoughts, adjust your emotions, take inspired actions. The universe responds to your vibration, and when you tune into abundance, money has no choice but to find its way to you.